What's that word, family? Hey, man, check this out.
I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure. I apply the pressure.
You just watched two gunmen open fire on Zamir McGee Bohannon. The broken window is a reflection of his father's shattered heart after losing his 20-year-old son.
I'm trying to hold up. It's rough.
Javoris Bohannon tells me for reasons unknown, the men sat outside his son's grandparents' house in Calumet City and waited for Zamir to ring the doorbell.
And some guys were sitting right across and got out and started shooting them up.
The video shows Zamir running off the porch, taking cover.
He was shot in the yard.
It does not show him getting shot.
The first time I seen it, I watched it. I had to turn the volume down on it. Anytime I watch it for now, I had to turn the volume down on it.
But it does show the men jumping out the vehicle, both with guns, in daylight.
And they need to be off the street.
The family shared this video with Calumet City Police, and they want you to watch in hopes of finding the people bold enough to let off so many rounds in the neighborhood.
About 40 shots.
As police look for the shooters, they also want to talk to those who dropped Zamir off.
My son was in the car with 3 other witnesses, and they're scared to come forward.
Yet Calumet City Police say one of those witnesses returned fire, and none are helping in the investigation, leading this dad on Father's Day weekend to beg the community.
Yeah, they hiding out at somebody's house right now.
And even
Folks, what we have here is a grieving father. He lost his son going to Granny's house, man. 2 assailants sat outside in the car waiting on his son to come back. Now, if you ask me, that's a little suspicious in its own right there, man. What did his son do to end up in this situation? Was it just gangbanging? Was he just a terror in the community to where people had to wait at his grandma's house to catch him because he's such a ghost type figure? That's the only way we can catch him is when he goes to grandma's house or when he think that he's cool and he's relaxed. Man, those young boys, they sat up in that car across the street with those tinted windows. Shorty ain't know what was happening, man. And look, let me tell you something. If you shooting a gun at somebody and they standing on the porch, bro, they standing in front of the door. If you aim towards the door, 9 times out of 10, you can get a shot on them because it's right there. You can see it. It's a door. And it's still a goddamn shame that our kids are going through this. What I just say earlier in another video, even in the suburbs, is just like the city. Even in the suburbs, you ain't got no place to run, no place to hide when you live in that thug life, man. It ain't worth it, kids. Go back in the house, man. Get out the streets. Go back on the porch. Ain't nothing wrong with being educated. Ain't nothing wrong with surviving, being a father, being a grandfather. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to figure it out yourself. Ain't nobody going to help you out when it comes to this street shit. This kid right here, man, we know he had a grandmother. We know he had a father. He had a support system behind him, and he still ended up in the streets. I can guarantee you they didn't just pull up on a random person walking to their grandmother's house. And then the people he was in the car with, they had a gun on them. We don't know if they just committed a hit, committed another crime, and somebody caught up with them. None of that, bro. But what we do know is this young man lost his life to senseless gun violence. I don't know what the key is, but the key ain't to take guns away from the average citizen, because the criminal, they don't give a fuck about the laws. They still gonna be out here with their guns. So we can't take away guns from the citizens. We need to educate our people in grammar school. They know what to do. They don't want to do it for us, man. The Democrats and Republicans know what to do, but they don't want to do it to us. Send us on hunting field trips so people can see if you shoot something, it's not coming back. You don't want to be a killer. You don't want to put this bullet in a human's body. This shit is sickening. It's sad. And I hate to see it happening to our people day in and day out. I hate making these type of videos, man. But I got to keep y'all on the news and what's going on in the city streets, because this shit is ridiculous, man. It really is. I don't like it not one bit. But tell me how y'all feel about this whole entire situation in the comment section. Why did they feel it was necessary to kill this man at his grandma's house? This young man. Why did other young men feel it was necessary? Despicable, horrible crime. I'll be back later with more news and commentary. It's your homeboy, Low from the Go. Peace.
Pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure, I apply the pressure.